All right, so we're gonna do the one that says day 1 and day 3.
Okay. Aiden, what sport does he play? How old is he? Where does he go to high school?
Aiden's 15 years old. He's a soccer player. He plays at Cheshire Academy High School.
The theme seems to be that all these kids are playing almost all year round.
Yes. Yeah, his club team is playing this weekend. Make sure that we do our skip series at least one time through, because then we're getting right into sprint work. So I just want to make sure that you're nice and warm for all that. Right now, he's in a tri-block periodization program. So it essentially means based off of his testing and his data, you can either be in a strength, a power, or a speed block. After his most recent bout of testing, he was most deficient in his power, which makes sense because he's 6'3" and about, this thick, right?
Yeah.
Good. 2 times through. Yep. Good. Get tall. Knees up. Get tall, knees up. So he just needs some power development. And at his position, especially with his height, he struggles getting into certain positions, anatomical positions, and then having the explosiveness to drive out of those positions and be quick in both a linear and frontal plane. Green to green, sprint down, sprint back, and then we rest. That's 1. We're going to do 3. Okay?
Things that come to mind, the positioning of sway stops.
Exactly.
I assume because he's got such long femurs, it's just a lot to manage.
He's got to drop 2.5 to 3 feet of height to get into those positions proficiently.
Right.
So it requires an extensive amount of ankle and hip mobility. It requires an extreme amount of body awareness.
Right.
And then the strength layered on top of that to drive out of those positions in an explosive manner. That is the icing on the cake. Come on. That's it, bud. There you go. Good, nice job. And we rest.
Aiden came in and he hadn't eaten, and he was tapped, I could tell. He pushed mentally through everything that you had him do, but in between every single set, guess where he was?
He sat down in the
Sitting
corner.
in that corner, laying down. 98% of them aren't eating the way they're supposed to be eating, and it's a shame to put in all the work and then not fuel your body.
All too quick. Stay low. Stay low, stay aggressive. Stay low, stay aggressive. So, what was that, 2 years ago at this point?
Yeah.
All right, so my biggest gripe with high school athletes has now changed.
Yeah.
Previously, it was they were still doing chest and tries and back and bis and thinking that was helping their performance and athletic development. Now it is their inability to understand what they need to properly intake when it comes to nutrition. There you go, right there. Stay there, go, stay there, stay there, stay there. That's it. That's it. Good job. Best one yet. So I'm in this deep dive right now with nutrition because of the other practice and just because of how many nutrition coaching clients we currently have. What I'm understanding more now than I've ever understood before is the importance of peri-training nourishment. That means carbs and protein right before, carbs and protein right after. And if your workout is over 60 minutes and at a certain intensity, carbs during the workout as well. We're starting with here, and then we're just working on that initial drive and that first step explosiveness, okay? So the working leg is on the wedge. You're gonna push the arms out in front of you, knees over toes, nose over knee, and then you're pushing through that foot that's on the wedge, finishing here. Okay, watch your head, and I want this to be fast. Okay, I want to hear that little clink at the top every time. 5 per side. I mean, it is just low-hanging fruit that is so easy.
Yeah.
If you just get up 30 minutes earlier, it can even be a liquid calorie, right? Like, it can be a shake. It doesn't have to be this big breakfast, but you need something before you come train. Yeah, right here, get forward. Yes, good, bud. Arms forward, yep.
Well, all these kids are concerned about performance enhancers, whether it be pre-workout right? But what they don't realize is that the biggest performance enhancer, don't eat food. It's food, bro.
They come in with their Monsters and their Celsius and their Reigns, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What did you eat this morning?
Yeah.
I had a banana.
Yeah.
You burned the banana on the car ride on the way here. You know, like, layer those together. Crossover, green to white. Side shuffle, white back to green. To put this out there, for a pre-training meal, you want to stay away from fats, you want carbs, and you want protein. You want 30 to 40 grams of carbs. You want 20 to 30 grams of protein. That should be at least 60 minutes before your training session. And if you want some easy digesting carbs right before, a quick piece of fruit, I'll even say candy would be okay. Like a lot of people are doing the gummy bears and the Sour Patch Kids. Fine, if that's what's gonna make you eat something, by all means go for it. Here we go, bud. Get that right foot a little bit closer to the left. Yeah. After your training, you have a 2-hour window of optimization. You have 2 hours to get a minimum of 40 grams of protein and 50 to 60 grams of carbohydrates for the best chance of recovering the fat. To the left, step with the right. Drive step. Yes, good. Nice. It's not complicated. I understand that you wake up, 30 minutes before you're supposed to be here, but I would say sacrifice another 30 minutes and eat something before you come in, and I guarantee your workout's gonna be better. You're gonna feel better. You're not gonna
have to take sugar pills.
You're not gonna have to take glucose tabs. You're not gonna have to puke. You're not gonna lose color in your face, right? Like, just simply eat something before you come. Right. Make it intentional. Make it a routine. And then replicate that routine when you go to games, when you go to practices. It's no different than in here. Here we go. Come on, last one. Finish strong. Finish strong. Food is fuel. Drive down through that right. No matter how you chop it up, food is fuel. And it's to the point where your body burns calories by just digesting and absorbing what's in the food. So automatically, like for every gram of protein that you take in, you can probably neglect about 15 to 20% of it because of the law of thermogenesis and what we lose by just processing that food.
Pete, I'm hurdle hopping on one leg over this?
Both 2 legs.
Okay.
Two legs for today. Two legs for today.
Oh.
I get asked all the time, how many calories should I be eating? How many grams of protein should I be eating? The math is pretty simple. If you're a high school athlete, you want to be eating a minimum of your body weight times 18. Body weight times 18. So if you're 100 pounds, that's 1,800 calories. That's a minimum, right? You should be consuming a minimum of 1 gram per pound of protein. If you are 150 pounds, 150 grams of protein per day. What I would like to see is 1.2. 1.2 is going to help you build lean mass and make sure that you're recovering in the best way. Also, if you're having enough carbs and fats, that will leave the best room for you not to be malnourished and not to be operating under a sort of calorie deficit.
Yeah.
Move a lot, eat a lot. That is the best equation for a healthy metabolism. Move a lot, eat a lot.
It's simple.
It's simple. It's that simple.
Yeah.
That's it. Fast from the bottom. Push through those legs. As a company, we do book club every couple of months as part of our leadership and continuing education. The book that we're reading right now is a bestseller by James Clear. It's called Atomic Habits. This is the second time I've read it. It's a phenomenal book. I think the biggest thing that our athletes can potentially take away from that book is this idea of habit stacking. So what that means is you layer a new habit onto an existing one so that the resistance is less and that you're already doing 50% of what you've already done. So I'll put it into context. You already have to get in the habit of driving over here. You have to get here, most of them are gonna drive. In the car, you eat something as you're driving over here, right? You're just stacking that new habit on top of the old one. For me, that is what I do every day on my way to the gym. That is my habit stack. I know I have to drive, I have my gym playlist, everything is the same, but now I'm eating a banana, I'm eating some rice cakes, and I have my protein shake. It's that simple. This is science. Stop linking and tying your emotion into something that does not care about your emotion. I don't care if you don't feel good when you wake up in the morning. You're going to feel better if you just eat something, so eat something. You're gonna perform better. If you wanna be a Division I player, but you're saying, I can't eat something in the morning because it doesn't make me feel good, then you will never develop the discipline, the habits, and the mindset to overcome your discomfort to get to that level. And I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but the world doesn't care about your feelings. I care about your feelings, but my job is not to embrace you with a warm hug every time you feel like you're up against something that you can't overcome.
My job is to help you through that.
My job is to help you overcome that, and that's what I'm trying to do.
We're not going around it.
We're not going around it. We're not going around it. 2 weeks ago, Aiden had the best training session of his life. You know what time he woke up? 8 o'clock, 2 hours before. Had a nice big breakfast before coming in. The 8 a.m. Aiden and the 10 a.m. Aiden are totally different Aidens. But that's, kids are on break. They're going to bed later. They're getting into, their winter break habits, right? So now we're gonna go over here. Yes, Aiden. Good job, bud.
He's a tall kid. He has the potential to walk around someday at 205 pounds, very lean. What are the prospects for somebody like Aiden?
Dude, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
It comes down to how much are you willing to expose yourself to failure? We had a training session, a skills session, 3 or 4 weeks ago. You remember my skills sessions at ESP. Some of them are great and some of them are like really bad. Yeah. And he had one of those days where it was really bad. Yeah. Visibly upset after. Yeah. I went up to him after and I was like, are you upset because this was a knock on your confidence? Or are you upset just because of how you feel in this moment? He was like, no, I know I'm better than this. And I'm like, good.
Speed.
The difference between where you are now and where you want to be is how much of this feeling are you willing to go through? Because the more of this feeling you're exposed to, the farther you're gonna go. Nice, Aiden. Good job, bud. And I told him, I looked him in the eye, I'm like, this never leaves. It never goes away. You never get to a point where you're too good where this doesn't happen anymore. If you're okay with that, you'll go anywhere you wanna go. Anywhere you wanna go. It's not fun.
Right.
Nobody enjoys that feeling of just shame. Like, I'm wasting everybody's time, including myself, just absolute shame. Nobody wants to feel like that, right? But would you rather have it now when it's just you and me out here on the pitch? Or do you want to have it when I had it last year in front of thousands of fans and my family watching on TV? Take your pick. Good job. I'll see you on Wednesday. All right. Have a good weekend.
You too.